Success is often portrayed as an elegant journey, filled with luxury cars, lavish lifestyles, and social media fame. We celebrate those who rise from humble beginnings and make it big. But behind every success story, there is an untold side full of struggles, sacrifices, and sometimes the downfall. Throughout history, we have seen young entrepreneurs rise to greatness, only to fall just as quickly. From Elizabeth Holmes, whose biotech empire collapsed under fraud allegations, to Sam Bankman, the crypto billionaire whose fortune vanished overnight. Their stories made global headlines, but they aren't the only ones. Closer to home, we explore the story of KHALIF Kairo, a young Kenyan entrepreneur who built a name for himself in the car business. Once celebrated as Kenya's youngest car mogul, he is now entangled in legal battles and fraud accusations. His journey is a lesson in business, trust, and the thin line between ambition and recklessness. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. KHALIF Kairo was born in 1996 and raised in Kawangware, a neighborhood known for its vibrant hustle, but also its economic challenges. Life wasn't easy. His mother ran a small kiosk, working tirelessly to provide for him. Growing up, Kairo watched as his mother struggled to make ends meet. He saw how hard she worked just to put food on the table. But Kairo wasn't just another boy from Kawangware. He had big dreams. He wanted more. He admired the businessmen who drove sleek, high-end vehicles. He saw how they commanded respect, how they lived lives of comfort and success. He knew deep down that one day he would be one of them. And unlike most young people he said, Kairo didn't wait for opportunities to come to him. He created them. After finishing high school, he jumped straight into the car trade. But he didn't have capital to buy cars, nor did he have a showroom. Instead, he started as a broker, where he would connect buyers and sellers, earning a commission for every successful deal. This was his entry into the world of business.
My name is Joseph Kairo. I'm a sales executive at Controversies. We are based in Valley Arcade, Lavington, and you can visit us for a wide variety of mini cars, from Japanese cars to German cars to American cars. We sell brand new cars, used cars, and even cars that have been used locally. Or else you can visit our website for a wide variety of models that are on offer. And later still, you can still like our Facebook page at Ocean Cross Autos Valley Arcade. Thank you and have a blessed day.
It wasn't easy. The car industry in Kenya is competitive, full of seasoned dealers who have spent years building their networks. As a young newcomer, Kairo had to prove himself. He had to learn the ins and outs of the trade, the paperwork, the import processes, the pricing strategies, and most importantly, how to gain trust from people. What set Kairo apart was his confidence and marketing genius. While traditional dealers relied on physical showrooms and word of mouth, he turned into social media. This approach gave rise to Imports by Kairo, a brand that wasn't just about selling cars, but about selling a lifestyle. He transformed his Instagram and TikTok into digital showrooms, posting high-quality photos and videos of luxury vehicles. But he didn't stop there. He shared the journey of the cars from importation to delivery. He created engaging content, explaining the process in a way that made buyers feel like they were part of something exclusive. This strategy paid off. His social media following grew rapidly, and so did his reputation as Kenya's top car dealer for luxury car imports. He wasn't just selling cars, he was creating a powerful brand. Soon, politicians, celebrities, and the wealthy business moguls were buying cars from him. He had done the impossible. A young man from Kawangware had become a mogul in the car industry.
What I like about this car is that we have a very good asking price. We are starting off at 560,000, which is a good price for a Toyota in the Kenyan market. A Toyota Ractis to be very specific. So let me start it. Maajabu, hii gari ina cutout. So everything lights up. I'm not seeing any check engine, just handbrake warning lamp. And let me just move it up mbele kidogo. It drives very well. We put it here.
But as the saying goes, the higher you rise, the harder you fall. As Imports by Kairo grew, so did the challenges. Success brought competition, scrutiny, and internal conflicts. His business was expanding rapidly, and his rapid expansion came risks. Soon, cracks started to show. Business disputes with investors emerged. What had once been a tight-knit business venture now became a battlefield of disagreements and mistrust. Eventually, Cairo lost control of Imports by Cairo, a crushing blow for someone who had built his entire brand around the company. Most people would have walked away, but not Cairo. He was determined to prove that he wasn't a one-hit wonder. He rebranded and launched Kai and Caro Motors. This was his second chance at dominating the car trade. And for a while, it seemed like he had learned from past mistakes. Business was booming again. The brand was growing. It was a comeback story in the making. But Cairo wasn't just satisfied with cars anymore. He wanted more. His next move was Jetman Global, a company that specialized in aircraft leasing and consultancy. It was an ambitious step, going from selling Toyota to trading private jets. Few in Kenya have ever attempted it. It was bold, it was daring, and it cemented his image as a high-stake entrepreneur. However, as his business empire grew, so did the controversies. With money and fame came public attention. His personal life became a topic of gossip, especially his high-profile relationships. Cairo was linked with multiple Instagram models, but his most famous relationship was with Wayua Muli, a former beauty queen and socialite. Their romance played out on social media, lavish vacations, expensive gifts, and public display of affection. But just as suddenly as it began, it ended without explanation. While blogs were obsessed over his love life, his business was facing a storm. At first, the whispers were small, just a few complaints from unhappy customers. But soon, the voices grew louder. Some claimed they had paid for cars that were never delivered. Others alleged that vehicles they had legally purchased were later repossessed due to unpaid loans. The accusations kept piling up. Then came the arrests. Cairo found himself in handcuffs multiple times, being accused of fraud. He dismissed the allegations as misunderstandings, insisting these were business disputes, not crimes. He claimed he was being unfairly targeted, maintaining that his company was still legitimate. But the cracks in his empire were now impossible to ignore.
And as a young person, 28-year-old, running one of the biggest, car sales platforms in Kenya, it's also made us a lot of enemies. To those who can see through the noise, you can clearly see there's quite a persistent amount to paint us in bad light, to sabotage our brand image. But these things are not going to make me give up. And the next step for us is basically going global. So that's why I decided to incorporate the company in the US. And now we are going to open our company to any investor. Any person who wants to invest in kaiandcaro.com can now do it. You will not be investing in a Kenyan company. You will be investing in a company in the US, regulated by American laws, regulated by American, operating under the American system with a global approach. And if we scale, we are still going to be backed by the financial muscle of the American system. So I've come up with a WeFunder page that I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. Click that link. I'm also going to put a disclaimer in the description of this video. American laws require us to do that when you're crowdfunding for a company. But you can find more details about the campaign and about how much money we are raising, the terms that we are raising.
Determined to stage a comeback, Cairo launched a crowdfunding campaign on WeFunder, pitching a bold vision to transform car ownership in Kenya. In just 24 hours, he raised over 12.9 million. To his supporters, it was proof that he was still a force to be reckoned with. It felt like a comeback moment until everything was exposed. WeFunder shut down his account. The platform cited legal concerns, and just like that, panic spread among investors. his credibility took yet another hit. By late 2024, his troubles deepened. He was arrested again, this time for allegedly defrauding a client in a luxury car deal. Reports claimed he had taken payment but never delivered the vehicle. Then on January 11, 2025, came another arrest. A furious customer alleged that a car they had purchased was repossessed due to an outstanding loan. Kairo was detained at Capitol Hill Police Station, where reports surfaced of heated exchanges with officers.
Do you think we are the first person coming here?
You're not going to harass me. You wait, I sort things out.
Yet, even with mounting legal battles and public scrutiny, Kairo refused to back down. He assured his followers, "Business has ups and downs. These challenges will not break me." But the reality was unavoidable. The empire was crumbling. KHALIF Kairo's story is more than just a cautionary tale. It's a complex saga of ambition, success, betrayal, and controversy. In the world of business, success isn't just about rising fast. It's about staying afloat. Trust and transparency aren't just words. They are the foundation of longevity. As Kairo fights to rebuild, one question lingers. Is this the end of Kenya's young mogul? Or will he defy the odds once again?